Hello YouTube, Adventures with Dale here. Today we're going to do a little bit of history just south of Mayo, Michigan. This here is the site of Union Corners, and before Mayo was established, this was basically the county seat, but they moved the county seat to Mayo in 1882. So this right here was the community that could very well have been what Mayo is today before they moved it. So I mean, we're out here basically in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's really nothing, no dwellings, no houses, but for 200 people to live here at one time, there was some things happening around here. I've extensively metal detected around here years ago, and we found railroad grade and old cans and bottles and stuff like that, but really nothing of any significance. Basically, we dated the area with some of the things we found, but you know, like horseshoes and railroad spikes, stuff like that. But I just thought I'd share that with you. We're going to do a kind of a drive around today and catch a few spots, and some of it I'm probably not going to be narrating. You know, just going to be some nice little spots that I thought I'd share with you. Okay, now we're at a place called Loon Lake. It's north of Rose City, about 4 or 5 miles. But I used to fish here when I was quite young. There is a boat launch on the other side, but it's private. But it can be accessed from this side legally. But it's like maybe 200 feet down a really steep hill. I mean, this camera doesn't give it any justice, but I've seen some of the biggest bluegill in my life that came out of this lake. The old timers used to say, oh my God, you can catch them in here 13, 14, 15 inches long. Well, me and my cousins and my buddies, we kind of feel, yeah, they're full of shit, you know. And finally one day, one of the old boys told us, you got to come out here on a moonlit night and fish them with crickets. So that's what we did. And I mean, they tell you that we caught big fish. But this lake, it's super deep. I mean, when you're sitting on the shoreline, when you cast out, you're in 10 feet of water right off the bat. So just a really beautiful spot. Pretty. Now we're at a spot just across the street from Loon Lake. It's a place called Crater Lake. I thought we'd check it out. I don't know if you can see that or not, but them stairs go way down there. I know the camera does not make that look. This one's farther down, I think, than Loon Lake, but supposedly thousands of years ago, this was probably, most likely, some of them claim that it was made by a meteor, but there's nothing to prove it. But I've done years ago I did a topographical scan of this area, and there's a multitude of these kind of lined up in a way that it kind of looks like something might have broke up and hit here thousands of years ago, and maybe created these lakes. But most people also say that it's most likely just a bog that filled up with water. It's impossible to really know, but it's just absolutely beautiful here. And you wouldn't want to fall down here because you ain't gonna stop for a minute or two. There's just something always about the trees that grow over the road and make a canopy. I just love it. This spot here on Loon Lake used to be a spot that we used to call the rope. I mean, you pull in here and then there was a rope tied in a tree and we could all swing in the lake. And I got it all blocked off now. Somebody got hurt years ago or killed, I can't remember which. I don't know what really happened, but I mean, that rope would swing you out over the water 50, 60 feet in the air, and you just go splashing in the water. It took longer to get back up the hill than it did to swing out there, but somebody either didn't let go or let go too soon or something, and I guess they cut it down and got rid of it. A little bit of history. And we're at the legendary pink store. Somebody came and put a lot of money into it and fixed it all up nice, but they never opened it. Maybe they plan on opening it in the future or something like that, but it's been here for a gazillion years, and it's like halfway between Rose City, Michigan and Mile, but usually it stays open for a couple years and then it quits again. You know, it's kind of a bad spot for a store because you know, if somebody's going to gas up, they're going to do it in Rose City or Mile. There's gas stations and stuff there. But, you know, back in the 60s and 70s, it was probably in a good spot because we didn't have all the gas stations we have now. So, anyways, hope you liked the short video. Like and subscribe, and catch you on the next one. Thank you.